Hi, my name is Deanna Lark. I started here at Hope in August 2012 as an intern from an employment referral program. I then got hired in December of 2012 as a receptionist and an intake specialist. My role here at Hope as an intake specialist is basically the first point of contact for a foreclosure prevention client. I tell them the process of the whole modification application submission. I tell them how the counselors start with them and how they end with them. And from that point on, I am the person that keeps in contact with them for missing documentation if the counselors can't do that. I also process their information into our system before the counselors receive their files. When I first got here, I didn't know anything about Hope. I didn't know what the organization was about. And through my internship, I learned a lot. I like working here because even though there may be some unfortunate outcomes for people trying to save their home, the counselors and the whole organization tries their hardest to help people save their homes. And it's a good feeling knowing that we're trying to help, and then when we actually do get someone a modification or some way that they save their home, it gives us a real good feeling that we're really helping. And that's what I like about Hope and being here.
Hi, my name is Eloise F. Gant, and I am a retiree. And after retiring, there was only so many malls that you can go to, so many nail shops, so much shopping. So I came here 2.5 years ago, actually it's 3 years ago. And I work here as a receptionist and do other administrative duties. I've always liked a job in which I thought that I could help people. After working for so many years in folders, conferences, negotiations with the government, I was just thrilled to come here. So I worked here as a volunteer for 2 years.
I'm Jan McNerney. I'm the Director of Housing for Housing Options and Planning Enterprises. I have been on staff since last December. I am currently in charge of all the programs as far as the operations standpoint go. I also have been doing this since about 1985 as far as banking experience. I am an underwriter and a mortgage banker. This particular loan loss mitigation, though, I have only been in it since about 2004. I am a transplant from Dallas. I was actually going to retire when I got here from Texas, and I realized that with Maryland and the 300,000 borrowers that are delinquent, it would need all the hands that they could currently do to get this market back. I am hoping that the board finds that staff is wonderful. We have a great time over here, but we work really, really hard. Thank you very much.
Go.
My name is Cherish, and I love working for Hope. It's an authentic environment. Everyone here is very genuine and love helping people, and I love helping people. And I'm glad to be a part of an organization that helps people maintain home ownership in the community.
And why was this job important for you?
This job was important for me because at the time I did not have a job. I came in as an intern, and Ms. Donna gave me the opportunity to be a part of the Hope team.
And what do you do here?
I'm an intake specialist. I help people register for the workshop. I provide them with basic information. For the foreclosure prevention workshop, I am responsible for setting up the kit and the workshop. Please.
Hello, my name is Barbara Covert, and I came to Hope through the CSEP program. which is a program which assists seniors in getting employment. I have been here now for 2 years, and I like being in Hope because I can help people, they help people. Their mission is to help people facing foreclosure and providing financial literacy and first-time home buyers education. I am the training coordinator for Hope. I set up the training, schedule it, and I schedule people to attend it. And what we do at the first-time home buyers seminar, as we tell first-time home buyers about the process of purchasing their first home. They receive settlement and closing costs after attending the program, which provides them with a lender, a realtor, a title attorney, an insurance agent, and inspector, all telling them about the process of purchasing a home, what to look for. We also talk about scams. We talk about credit. We talk about financial planning and also maintaining your home. And what I like about Hope is that I do see how people can accomplish and have accomplished their dreams.
Okay. My name is Sherelle Silwy. I have been a housing counselor for a little over 12 years now. And it is really important to me, this work that we're doing as, a nonprofit in housing counseling, because it affects people in many, many ways. I have, assisted probably over 7,000 people or more in purchasing homes, and probably somewhere close to that number or half of that number in people who are facing the threat of foreclosure. I have done, basically from first-time homebuyer education to financial literacy, run the IDA program, and I just think that it's important to, educate people in the community so that they're aware, that they know what their options are. I just got off the phone actually with a person who was really freaking out, for lack of a better word, and she thought that she had less than 30 days before her foreclosure. And in looking into the Maryland judicial system, I found out that she does have more time, and I scheduled time for her to come in and sit down and meet with us, and I think that we'll be able to help her save her home.
Hello, this is Donna, and so I'm asked to kind of give an overview of why I started Hope. Again, Donna Hurley, the company is Housing Options and Planning Enterprises, and long name, but I started Hope, and I formed the name based on wanting the company to have this vision of hope, wanting people to know that hope did exist, that there's options, that there's hope, that people don't have to get hung up in their current financial situation issues, housing issues, that we wanted to really make affordable housing an availability or available for everyone. And so that was the vision that I had when I started or developed the organization. And so part of me starting Hope had to do with my real estate background and sitting across the table and seeing individuals not understanding what they were undertaking, not understanding the process, the commitment that they were making, not understanding their financial obligation, and what it meant to them, meant as far as truly being mortgage ready. They didn't understand it. They didn't understand the process, so they were totally dependent on someone else who was commission driven. And at the time, I was commission driven. I was a real estate agent, had been a real estate agent for about 20-something years, and did investment. At the time, I really considered myself a short sale queen, that I knew that industry. I knew how to get the servicer, the investor, to sell the property lower than what the owner, the borrower, owed in order to get a good deal. And so I was out there as an investor, but I saw people wanted to stay in their home. They did not want to lose their home. And so that was part of my initial gut to get the organization started. The other piece was, as this short sale queen, I realized that there was a lot of nonprofits who didn't understand negotiating. And I got this because working with or as a short sale, doing short sales as a realtor, trying to get in a HUD-approved housing counseling agency to assist in negotiating or going through the process, because HUD had a requirement for prior to a short sale that an individual met with and worked with a housing counseling agency, and they just didn't exist. Their focus was pretty much home buyers education. They didn't know the loss mitigation aspect of it. And because I had been negotiating short sales, I understood it. I had the foundation. I could make it happen. And so those two pieces, the seeing people knowing they wanted to stay in their home, and then the other piece of that is the realtors not understanding, the nonprofit not understanding how to assist people in negotiating a short sale. So that was my the caveat, that helped me to realize the need for starting HOPE. I actually started at a good time because we started in 2005, and 2007 the market crashed, and at that point it was the housing counselors was changing their hat from being pre-purchase counselors to trying to get into the negotiating, understanding how to address the loss mitigation aspect of it, and we had heads up because we understood it. So I went in, I started at a really good time, and in order to really to make it happen, when I say make it happen, I had created the relationships in order to move HOPE forward in this loss mitigation aspect. The other piece of that is by me having the relationships with the realtors, it made a phenomenal difference, an impact. And what I always said is that it was a bridge, that my role was to bridge the relationship between the realtors and the housing counselors. And I've done a lot, I feel, in making that happen, in being part of the Maryland Association of Realtors Housing Affordability Committee, being the chair for many years of the Prince George's County Housing Affordability Committee. I'm now the chair for the Housing Counseling Network of Maryland. I'm that chair. This is my second year as far as chairing that. So I'm on the leadership committee of Caffeine. So I've been heavily involved in working with the nonprofit and the real estate community in helping everybody to see the benefit of us partnering and working together. How essential it is that we cannot solve it without this relationship. And because of this relationship with the real estate community, we're very strong in our pre-purchase aspect. We're working to increase our financial literacy, financial capability, because it's not only important for new homeowners, for individuals who just want to rent, individuals who just want to improve their credit, but it's essential for those homeowners in order to be sustainable, that they change their attitude, their mindset about how they manage money. So they need to really understand the financial capability, financial literacy, in order to build wealth and to empower them. So that is some history. The organization has made great leaps and bounds because when the organization was started, it was me, my daughter-in-law, and Praise Marie. Danny would bring Praise in, and I remember her, we had a little cot or would make a little spot on the floor for her to sleep. But we went from just me and Danny and Praise Marie to a realtor, because again the market had crashed. That one realtor said she would volunteer one day, and from that she was able to get 4 other realtors to volunteer one day, which equaled a counselor for me, and that's how I was able to start going out and getting grants to say that I had one counselor on staff along with myself as the executive director. And so we've grown now that right now I have a staff of pretty much, I would say, 9 people, one being, and this is from the housing counseling perspective, that we have, 2 administrative that we call intake specialists, and I feel very blessed that I've been able to bring them in through the TANF system, so hoping to move them forward, move them from out of that system into into this work environment. But it brings another issue of the cliff effect, that I'm just really learning about, but the impact of bringing someone from out of the system and they start losing their benefits, and the impact to them and to their household, and what their salary need to be in order for it to be a win-win for them. So I've also brought in a senior individual who came from another program that she's been on staff for a couple of years now and is doing a great job. So although we consider her the education coordinator, she also is my outreach and my go-to person. So she just, whenever I need something, I can totally depend on her, go to her to fix it, to do whatever needs to be done. I have 3 counselors on staff right now. One is actually working as a contractor. Well, she works part-time, I shouldn't say a contractor. She works part-time, and 2 full-time, including a bilingual counselor. And recently, maybe about 5 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, I hired a housing director. My housing director is just taking it to another level where I can do what I need to do to be away from my desk in order to generate more relationships and hopefully more funding. We also have another counselor who's remote. She worked with us and then she relocated to Carousel, but she's able to work for me remotely, and that's working out very well, as following up, working with the servicers and doing things like that. Jermaine, as you know, is doing the development, creating this where we can really move into providing affordable transitional housing to not only special need clients or individuals, but also individual who's going through the transition, who's losing their home, that they can transition gracefully into some affordable housing. So that's a big project, future, that Jermaine is heavily involved with. Melwood, that we've been dealing with for 2 years, is finally is closing on June the 30th is the projected date for that transfer. June 28th is when we sign the paper. July 1st is effective. So a 2-year project that's gonna come to have a positive impact on the organization. So that's pretty much where we're at now, where we've come from and where we're at today. Where we're going is really up to you, the board, to help us to get to where we need to be. The potential, the opportunity is there, but I'm hoping that this event, this retreat, help you to see how essential your role is, what the good work that Hope is doing, and how important it is for you to be a part of and leading us to the next level, creating not only the vision has been created, but helping us to make that vision a reality.